Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're taking a look at something different. I usually show comics and toys, but today I am looking at my computer games that I've collected over the years, and I've got rid of quite a few and then I've got them back, and hopefully I've learnt my lesson now not to throw them away. But yeah, these are my P1 games, which I still buy at boot fairs, and some of them go for stupid amounts of money. So the first game is a very strange game called Skull Monkeys, which is clay animation, and it's got a very cool story. It's kind of like Trapdoor, Ren and Stimpy sort of stuff. It's kind of a horror-y sort of game. It's very strange. It's very cool. There is a second one to this. I've yet to get hold of it. I found this a while ago because I got rid of it, and it's a good job I found this one. So very cool game. Skull Monkeys. So you can watch the trailers on YouTube if you want to check them out. That's what I usually do if I want to see if I want to get an old game or something. Check the trailer out, and maybe check out some game footage to see if it's actually worth spending the money on. So Skull Monkeys, weird but cool. Next up, we've got X-Men Mutant Academy, which is a beat-em-up game. I love my superheroes, as you know, and this is a very cool game. Very old now. I think I finished this on every character. It's been a few years now. I'll have to go through it again. Case has fallen a bit. Part of the hard to find things now with P1 games is actually getting a decent case with it. So when I see cheap games, I pick the cases up if they're nice and swap them over. So yeah, X-Men Mutant Academy, quite cool. And we've got X-Men Mutant Academy number 2. It's got Wolverine there. Looks like he's about to stick his claws up Mystique's snatch. This is a good one. I think I've finished this one as well. It's been a long time since I played this. Yep, another beat 'em up if you're into beat 'em ups. Don't seem to be that popular anymore. And I used to have all of them, but for some reason I've only got Tekken 2 now on the P1. Very old game, very cool. Still releasing new versions of this game. And this is a double box. It's very cool. Just started playing one on the PSP. So yeah, if you're a Tekken fan, there's about 6 or 7 of these games to get. Finish that one. Next we've got good old Tomb Raider with Lara Croft there with her big ample breasts that jiggle up and down. And I saw an interview once with Angelina Jolie, and she admitted when she played this game she used to make Lara run into walls, so she made the noise. But yeah, this is a very dated game now, and it's very cool. It took me ages to do with a friend. It's very time consuming, but it's very good. And there's the back of it, not very much to go on there. So there's number 1, finish that one. Number 2 there, it's released a few years later. Her breasts are still big. Shame they don't jiggle if you shake it there. This game used to be massive and everybody used to play this game. I remember really liking this one because you went to like Venice and all around the world. So it's very cool. It's very blocky now. Finish that one. Then there's Tomb Raider 3, which I had and got rid of. Tomb Raider Chronicles. I think, spoilers, and I think it's 3 or 4. Lara Croft dies, and so they sort of reboot the story. This is I think this is a prequel to her. I think I'm a bit behind on my Tomb Raider. And Image Comics a few years ago, they released a Tomb Raider series, which was really nice artwork. And you find out her butler murdered her parents. So that's a bit of a old story. It's worth picking up the comics, very good. But not played this one. I think I played the 3rd or 4th one. I got about halfway through and I got stuck, and I had to go on all the way back through the game, so I thought, fuck it, I can't be bothered. So, Tomb Raider Chronicles. I've just bought a new one out on the Xbox. Tomb Raider Last Revelation. Not played this one either. I'll have to do it at some point. Go back through them all. There's quite a few of these games now. There's a couple on the PS2, and then I think there's 1 or 2 on the Xbox, and her breasts seem to have got even bigger there, so very cool. Next up is a very old one. It's Road Rash. I used to have this on the, I think it's a Mega Drive, and then they started putting them on the P1. I finished a couple of them. I used to play for hours on this game, and I used to swear constantly, and I got knocked off my motorbike and went 100 miles into a cow that stand on the edge of the road. But yeah, Road Rash, there's a few of these games out. Basically, looks what it is, motorbikes, but you get to punch and kick people off them. And yeah, these are good games. And there's Road Rash Jailbreak. I think I've started this one. This is the classic cover. I don't really like the classic covers. I prefer to get the original ones. But yeah, good games if you're into racing. I'm not really into racing, but these are good because you get to punch people. And last, I think this is the original Road Rash game on the classics again, Platinum. Yeah, hours of fun, knocking people under cars, running policemen over. That's the Road Rash game. Next up is Marvel Superheroes. I had this one years ago, got rid of it, and got it back again. It's very cool. I think it's got Thanos as the end villain. And yeah, there's quite a few of these games out now, and they're quite expensive to get hold of. There's one that goes for about 150 quid, which I think I had. But this is a really cool beat 'em up, a very old P1 beat 'em up. But as a Marvel fan, it's a must for me. And next up is X-Men vs Street Fighter. Another cool one. Get all the main characters in it from Street Fighter in it, and X-Men. Basically the same as the last one. I finished the last one, and I think I finished all this one as well. So very cool, nice artwork. Next up is Worms. There's a load of these games out, and I only really enjoyed the first one and bits of the second, I seem to remember. I thought this version was a lot better, and it's basically the same, so you don't really need all the other ones. But one lesson I learnt from this is don't play the computer, because it kicks your ass at this game. It's very good. And also another lesson is if you play it with a friend, they will want to kill you by the end of it, because it's really annoying when you get blown up by the other team. So good game, sort of strategy game. You get like 4 worms and you have to blow each other's team up, and you get like exploding grannies, sheep and courier pigeons that blow up. And yeah, cool, very old game. I'm sure you know about it, but yeah, I prefer this one to all the other ones. Next up is a game I've not played, is Vigilante 8. I'm a big Twisted Metal fan. I used to have them all, and like an idiot I am, I sold them. So trying to get them again, but they're really, really expensive to get hold of. Twisted Metal 1 and 2 and World Tour. But apparently this is similar to it, so I bought it, and I haven't played it yet, so I'll have to do it sometime. So Vigilante 8, car driving fighting game. Next up is one I found the other day, which I've been after for ages, is Danger Girl. A very cool comic by J. Scott Campbell, and he did this game, sort of the height of the comic, and there's a lovely dirty sticky label on it. And yeah, it looks really fucking old now, but I remember the intro being cool, so I'll have to try it sometime. But I'm a big Danger Girl fan, so it's nice to have for the collection. Next up is Alien Resurrection. I remember having this one, and there was another one as well. It was Alien 3 or something. I finished this one, did it with a friend, very old, quite cool actually, for what it was. And I remember at the end of it had a bit of a glitch because the alien queen couldn't run up a step, so I just stood at the top of the step and shot her with the smallest gun. So finished this one. Looks like it needs to go to the dentist there. But yep, cool game, worth getting. Next one is Bishi Bashi Special, which is a very strange game. Not usually into Japanese games. It's sort of a party game. Have people around and you fight each other and do stupid things. Very, very Japanese sort of TV. And yeah, apparently it's goes for quite a bit of money. I think there's another one as well. But yeah, it's alright. It's quite fun to play. Next up is the classic Mortal Kombat, and I've done all of these. I think there's a couple of Shaolin Monks one and Sub-Zero I haven't done, but I haven't done the new one either. But yeah, this is very old, and if you don't know Mortal Kombat, you must have been under a rock for the last 30 years. So that's Mortal Kombat. And next up is Wacky Races. I don't know why I enjoyed this game years ago, but I did. Driving game, obviously, Wacky Races. I played it a long time ago. I remember thinking I'm going to buy that again, and when I bought it, it wasn't as good as I remember, but who knows, maybe if I spend a bit of time with it I'll enjoy it again. I remember it being better than the P2 one, but yeah, I don't know why I bought this game. Very strange. Next up is Dino Crisis, done by the people from Resident Evil, and I've not played this one. I only played the second one, but yeah, very old. Maybe they should redo it. It's like Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. So yeah, very cool. I have to play that someone. And then the one I did finish was Resident Evil 2, Dino Crisis 2, with extended crack in the cover edition, and I played this and finished this. I remember it being cool at the time. I don't know what it's like now. Very, very dated, I imagine. Then we've got Quake 2. This looks very, very old. Not played it, but I've actually never played any Quake game, but I've heard they're very cool. There's the back of it. I'll have to try that out someone. Next we've got Medal of Honor, which is the platinum version on the P1, the original P1 game, and start of it all. Not played this, seen a friend do it. I think I had a quick go, it seemed quite good. Done by DreamWorks and EA Games, which are just around the corner from where I live. So yeah, I have to try this one out someone. Start from the beginning again. Next thing I bought off eBay, which I've never played, but I've heard it's brilliant, is Silent Hill. I've got about 3 of them. Thought I'd pick this up because it goes for about a tenner now. It's a cool game, apparently. It's in the films, which sounds really sad. But yeah, I heard this is one of the top horror games. Next used to be one of my favourite arcade games is Point Blank, and I've got the guns. Someone had them for sale for a £5 for all 3 games in the guns, so I thought, why not? And yeah, I used to love this game at the arcade. This is the first one, so this is the one I used to play. Finished that one. Point Blank 2. I think I've played this, can't remember now. Yeah, I've played this one. I'm sure you wanted to know that. And Point Blank 3. Don't think I've done this one, but I'll have to play them someone, dig the guns out. And they don't work on the new TV, so I have to play it on my old portable TV. The next up is Resident Evil. Very cool old game. Sort of the beginning of a lot of things really in games. They're massive at the time. And original sort of zombie games. Very cool. It's going to look old now, but never mind. I've bought and sold these about 2 or 3 times over now, so I'm not going to sell these. And yeah, they can go for quite a bit of money, these. And then also is the director's cut, which I don't think I've actually played, so I need to do that. That's good. And as I said, I've sold my games over and over again, so missing Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. I've finished the 1, 2 and 3. I've done 1, 2, 3 and 4 actually, I think. So yeah, quite cool. Resident Evil 3, bit more better graphics. And next we've got Star Wars Masters Terrace Cassie, I think that's how it's pronounced. Basically the only Star Wars beat 'em up game. That someone's shouting outside. And very old, very blocky, but I'm a Star Wars fan, so I don't care. Finish this one. Then we've got Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. This is a good game for 2 players to do. Sort of scrolling game, very cool. And there is a second one, which is bloody hard to get hold of. I've not seen it. I've seen it on eBay a couple of times, but it goes for stupid money. But yeah, very old game. Finished this one, so if I get the second one, I might do it again. I'm trying to get all Star Wars games, no matter how crap they are, because I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm gradually getting them. I'm missing the Doom shoot 'em up one. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2, which I've yet to play. Bought this a few years ago. Never played it. £32 when it came out. Fucking expensive. And last but not least for my P1 games is Star Wars Demolitions, which is basically Star Wars Twisted Metal, so might be okay. I've played a little bit of it. Haven't got around to playing it anymore, so I'll have to do it sometime, but big Star Wars fan, so had to have this one. So that's it for my P1 games, and I hope you enjoyed it. Check some of the trailers out on YouTube, and check out some of the gameplay as well. If you wanna buy it, make sure you like it first. They're fucking old, but they're quite classics. These are vintage games now, sort of collectible. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and in the next video we will look at my P2 games. So thanks for watching, and see you very soon.